a spiritual leader from the Snow Plateau, whose broad mind and pure heart attracted a great number of followers around him. He inherited the great vows of Guru Padmasambhava, carried forward Buddha Dharma, rectified the Buddhist community, and reversed the declining trend of Buddhism by his own efforts. He overcame cultural and language barriers and spread Buddha Dharma to the whole world. Countless people set foot on the path to enlightenment through him. He is His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche. As early as 2,500 years ago, Sakya Muni Buddha made the following prophecy about His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche in Fundamental Sastra of Manjushri. The great virtuous, whose name begins with A, will uphold the true teachings of the Buddha and possess the respects of wisdom and virtue. He is prophesied to realize the true level of awareness and will enlighten my Bodhi. Accompanied by various auspicious signs, His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche was born on January 3rd of the Tibetan calendar in 1933 in an open area surrounded by mountains and rivers, which is now called the Holy Place of Dharma Origin, Jua Cause Zhu Me Chohas in Qinghai Province. The child grew up day by day, at the age of 6, with signs of unsurpassed empowerment through the practice of sadhana of the lion of speech. He achieved the ability to read and write in the Tibetan language without studying and understood the general contents of all scriptures and their commentaries. Due to the vows in his former life, he could reveal termas easily while playing. At the age of 14, he left home and became a monk. At the age of 15, he attained the realization of the great perfection through praying fiercely to Maifam Rinpoche, a great Nyingma master of the 19th century. At the age of 18, he followed Tubga, wish-fulfilling gem, as his fundamental lama at Serchil Chungma Buddhist Academy. Over the following 6 years, he studied day and night and comprehended the profound teachings of countless scriptures. Since then, his vast and profound cause of spreading Buddhism in this life started. In 1980, His Holiness officially established the Larjung Five Sciences Buddhist Academy in Sertar, a Buddhist institution of higher education. The Institute's systematic Buddhist curriculum and inclusive teaching principles attracted students from all over the world. The number of students increased from the mere 32 at the beginning to more than 5,000 permanent residents today. The Institute trained a myriad of talents who observed the precepts strictly and gained various achievements in Buddha Dharma. In 1993, the New York Times claimed that this institute was the largest Buddhist academy in the world. From the moment His Holiness blew the Dharma conch, he spared no effort in expounding the Buddhist doctrines. He taught in public the rich, exoteric, and esoteric Buddha Dharma, held Dharma ceremonies, and bestowed empowerments to followers. His Holiness was invited to many places in Asia, Europe, America, and Oceania to disseminate Buddhism. He also wrote many Buddhist works out of his natural wisdom. In order to bring Buddhist teachings in the most appropriate way to living beings at different times and places, 1,200 years ago, Guru Padmasambhava concealed many precious teachings as termas. His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche revealed numerous termas in this life. In Nyanmao Yutsu of Qinghai Province, he revealed the sadhana of Vajrasattva practice, which Guru Padmasambhava prophesied would benefit many living beings, mainly in the Chinese-speaking areas. From then on, the Vajrasattva practice, rooted in the snow plateau, spread vigorously to all parts of China and overseas. His Holiness often said, "My greatest aspiration in this life is to guide all living beings who establish a fateful bond with me, no matter friendly or hostile, to be reborn to Da Wa Chin." To this end, he held a number of Da Wa Chen ceremonies. The most significant one gathered as many as 500,000 participants. He repeatedly advised that everyone who has recited the name of Amitabha Buddha 1 million times will surely be reborn to the Pure Land. In fact, 200 years ago, Mahasiddha's Bodhivajra forecasted in Future Prophecies. Between Damkan and Zhanla in the gorge of goddess Xingji, earthly transformation of Orjian Padmasambhava called Jigme, with his bodhisattva entourage of 4 kinds of disciples, widely propagates the exoteric and esoteric teachings like the bright sun, with life-benefiting career of indomitable proportions, and pure transformed disciples spread in all directions. All who establish fateful bonds with him will incarnate to Dewa Chen. This prophecy clearly indicates His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche's career of spreading Buddhism is vast and profound. All who establish fateful bonds with him will be reborn to Dewa Chen. Just as the academy was growing and people were making progress in their practice, they were caught unprepared by bad news. On January 7th, 2004, November 15th of the Tibetan Wooden Monkey Year, Amitabha Buddhist Day, His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche entered into Nirvana in Chengdu. The disciples then recalled that at the recent Dewa Chen ceremony, His Holiness said implicitly, "It is probably the last opportunity to communicate like this. I believe that in the near future, we will meet again in the Pure Land." His Holiness left his disciples the last piece of precious teachings through telephone and loudspeaker while he was being treated in Chengdu. Do not abandon your own path, and do not disturb others' minds. The days of gathering around His Holiness were gone forever, and His departure seemed to have taken away all the sunshine and warmth in life. It was the coldest winter in Larjung's history. Nearly 100,000 followers rushed to Larjung from every corner of the world, despite the big snow. This was the last time they could pay honor to His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche so closely. His Holiness's head turned to the west several times. At the same time, elliptical and ladder-shaped vertical masses of light appeared in the sky. All signs showed that His Holiness had gone to the Pure Land. From then on, who could be our boatman in the vast ocean of life and death? And who could light our path in the darkness of ignorance? On December 3rd of the Tibetan calendar, the cremation ceremony was held on the roof of the Grand Sutra Hall. By then, the body of His Holiness had shrunken to the size of a baby. The red flame melted the steel bars in the funerary stupa, but the heart of His Holiness remained completely intact. People saw with their own eyes the inconceivable achievement of the great perfection. And offering of commemoration after he is gone into Nirvana. To the memory of His Holiness, the Academy began to hold a 7-day Nirvana ceremony on November 13th of the Tibetan calendar every year, which has been continued to this day. Usually the monks begin to plan and prepare several months in advance, taking care of everything in full detail by themselves. It is hard to imagine that the vivid butter sculptures on the mandala in the Sutra Hall are all made by the skillful monks. The craft of making butter flour falls under one of the 5 sciences, creative arts. The butter flowers are made of white and delicate butter and colored with mineral pigments. The process is very complicated. After time-consuming and elaborate production, the Buddha statues look graceful and elegant with beautiful decorations. The flowers, trees, and sceneries are all vividly portrayed.
Oh
ceremony, the monks take turns to make light and water offerings every day. A strong kitchen team ensured that the monks are provided with well-prepared food. During the Nirvana ceremony, 4 group practices are organized every day. The monks and laymen jointly practice the Vajrayana practice, the sadhana of Guru offering, Guru Yoga, vows of Bodhisattva Samantabhadra, and perform the feast offering and offering to the guardian gods. These practices help eradicate the karmic obscurations, ensure smooth and complete Dharma practice, and deepen the faith in the Guru by all participants. In the Sutra Hall, we couldn't help reflecting emotionally. Without the tireless efforts of His Holiness, who overcame all difficulties out of great compassion, it would not be possible for us to learn Buddhism today. His earnest and kind teachings cleared our vision of self and the world. He taught us how to make good use of our precious yet quickly passing human life to obtain eternal liberation and enlightenment. The life paths of countless people hence took on a different direction. Although the physical body of His Holiness has entered into Nirvana, His truth body is all-pervasive and continues to bless His followers endlessly. Even our slightest faith and apprehension of Buddha Dharma originate from the vow and compassion of His Holiness. We are so fortunate despite living in the degenerate age. The smoke of the Tibetan incense is curling up. We keep praying repeatedly. May we never part from the Guru in all lifetimes. Sincere faith can transcend time and space. So is the warm memory of gathering around the Guru. On the last evening of the Nirvana ceremony, all the monks and laymen gathered in the square for light offering. The light is the symbol of brightness and wisdom. It is said in Vimalakirti Sutra, the inexhaustible lamp is like a lamp that ignites 100,000 lamps, illuminating all darkness with an illumination that is never exhausted. For all living beings who migrate in the dark samsara, His Holiness is the bright sun that shines through the thick clouds and brings light to the whole universe. Even if the waves were separated from the sea, the Buddha and Bodhisattvas with great compassion will never leave the sentient beings. His Holiness once made the following remark: "Even if I left the world one day, I hope my students will persist in practicing and promoting Buddha Dharma and pass on the torch of wisdom from generation to generation. This would be the best way to commemorate and show gratitude to me." Following His Holiness's aspiration, with the concerted efforts of His Holiness Dakini Muncho and many Kempos and Tokus over the past 10 years, the studying and practicing of Buddha Dharma are on the rise at the Academy. The fragrance of Dharma flowed from the valley of Larshun to benefit and nurture all living beings continuously. Without His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche, everything we obtained from Buddha Dharma today would not have been possible.
精诚许